Pisces. Welcome or welcome back. You already know that my name is Lightworker Whit, and I'm so excited to get into your May forecast for 2025. Now, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I feel like I say that every month, but you know, I'm growing and learning as I go to make this more efficient as I am building this YouTube channel. So I really like what I did for the rest of April forecast, where I pre-shuffled everything and then I started recording. I think I'm going to do that again as well, just to cut out a little bit of the fluff. And I don't know if you guys like that time. In my head, it makes it more real and more one-on-one to see me shuffle in the moment. But because I have so many videos to export, it's more video content that needs to get exported. And the lengthier the video is, the longer it takes to export. And I'm just interested in seeing how much smoothly this might go for me if I shuffle your cards in advance and jump right into each section. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I feel like I've built up enough trust at this point for you to know that I'm not just like plucking random cards to make a reading. That's the other part of why I used to let you see me shuffle, so you know I'm not like making anything up. But I think we have enough trust at this point. I think we're there. I would like to believe so anyway. And that is what I'm going to be doing. So with that being said, I want us to be able to kind of just get a moment of grounding, and we will do that in a moment. Just so you can still set your intentions for each section, all right? So if you don't know what we're gonna get into, we're going to get into your monthly forecast overall, where we're looking at the month of May in advance, right? What to expect and how it's gonna go for you. And then we're gonna look into your love life, love and relationships, what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month. And then we're going to do that same exact spread for your career and finances, what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month. I'm generally do pull the oracle card. I think we're going to work with spirit animal this month, so we'll get a spirit animal card. I usually like to pick them at the beginning. I'll read them at the end to give us a really good rounded out feeling of what May will bring for you. But before I get into our little grounding session, I want to personally thank my light keepers. If you're watching this in May, that means you. And so you should probably see the list of names and contributors here. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and supporting this channel. This list is growing, and I really, really, really am so grateful for your engagement. And I look forward to the day where this list is a little bit too long, that it's a little bit too cumbersome to put all the names. Or maybe that I'll have to do like credits, like it's like a video. Well, we look forward to and manifest that, right? Thank you so much. If you're not a light keeper, but you'd like to be, the link should be in the description below so that you can get my monthly forecast when they come out and not watch them after the month has already passed, because I make them available to the public after the month has already finished. So it's great to watch in hindsight, but if you want to get the information when it happens, go ahead and become a light keeper. If you happen to be watching this on mobile, YouTube does not have a join button, I don't believe, on my page. So that's why I put it in the description below, because it's not really easy to find how to join if you're on mobile. It's easier to find if you're on desktop, not so easy if you're on mobile, but I've tried to make it really easy for you, so it's simple. Okay, with that being said, grab your journal, okay? Get a journal, okay? I've got one here. One of my journals are here, by the way. If you don't know, one of my journals are here that you can get on Amazon. My words have power. That's really good. And I have another one that I think I gifted to a client, Incantations of a Creatrix. That one is a line journal as well. And then, of course, my Moon Manifestations journal is there as well. So check those out. But grab a journal. And before we get into this reading, let's go ahead and set an intention of what you are expecting, calling in, manifesting for the month of May. So I want you to just take a couple seconds to do that. Feel free to pause this video so that way you know what your goal is. You're setting an intention in advance of hearing this reading, so that when you're listening to how to be guided for your specific manifestations and intentions. Does that make sense? So that way you take a little bit control over this collective reading. Does that make sense? So you can easily discern what's for you and what's not, okay? It's really, really important for me as a tarot reader to really enforce that you have free will. The information that myself or other people put out there, it's to help you, but you're ultimately the one that's in control. I do this for my own reading. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck that's about. And I move on, and sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. I think for one of my readings recently, I got the Tower, and I'm just like, great. I don't know what that is, but whatever. And it could be something really small or not. I don't know, but I'm not going to let it stress me. It could just be like a small change that I'm not expecting, right? So take some control. Take a deep breath. Release it. Amazing. Let's do one more. Feel free to pause the video here. And when you're ready, come back and I'll have your cards shuffled for your monthly forecast. I actually really like this month for you. Starting off the month, I don't feel like I need to clarify a lot, but let's just see. Starting off the month of May with King of Pentacles. So you're likely feeling very abundant, feeling like you have, maybe you just recently received a windfall of money, feeling very secure. Maybe things are going well at work. You're feeling very secure and stable at the top of May. Love that for you. Now, theme of the month is the Fool. Okay. The Fool is about new beginnings, fresh starts, new journeys, right? And I think this is a new journey, a new experience that you are about to embark on this month. Yeah, I think I will clarify that. I'll come back to like where is the fresh start going to be for you. Key goal to pursue is death. So we have a new beginning and an ending here. The death is representative of Scorpio, in case that's important to you, or Scorpio is important in your life. It also represents rebirth and transformation. But there's something here in your life in the month of May that you need to bring to a close, that needs to come to an end, that you need to finish or tie off. There's an ending you need to pursue, as well as a beginning. And that's the beautiful thing, right, of the Death card. With every ending, there is a new beginning. My prayer for you is that you're financially in a position with this King of Pentacles that you feel confident. If this is like a material move, like an actual physical move or change or relocation, I'm praying, like, just because he's got his suitcases, that you have the money that you need to do. I feel some of you may be relocating for work. That's coming through. Okay. There's some change to embrace here. But with the Death card, again, it's transformation. It's metamorphosis, right? It's not that it's coming to an end. It's being remixed. You are being remixed. All right. 3 of Wands here in terms of obstacle to overcome. So this is leveling up, next level, next phase. You're waiting on your ships to come in. It feels like maybe a little bit of impatience, which I'm actually jumping ahead. We do have the Temperance here, which is about patience. I think you're very antsy this month. I feel like you're eager to like get some progress going. And maybe that's why the 3 of Wands is here. It's because maybe like you're trying to get ahead. You're trying to pursue this new beginning. Let's use the example of relocating for work. Maybe you're waiting on, you know, the relocation funds, like that maybe your company might be sending you to move, or maybe you're, you know, hopping around and trying to do virtual tours of places, but it's hard to get a schedule. It feels like there might be a lot of like delays or unexpected occurrences with this change. Like you're just trying to get ahead, but maybe you keep getting knocked down a little bit. Only because this is in the position of obstacle to overcome. The 3 of Wands, when it's typically reversed, represents delays, things not moving ahead, you're having to rework something. Similar, very similar to the Page of, I wouldn't say similar to the Page of Pentacles. It's usually when like you're trying to get something off the ground, but you're met with a lot of obstacles. So let's say you're trying to start a retail business and you were really relying on companies in China to get your products made. And now with the tariffs, maybe that's posing a problem, right? So it could be something like that. Major accomplishment is the 2 of Swords. So it seems like a major decision you'll be making. We'll figure out what that is. What to avoid is Three of Swords, so really try hard to not spiral. Pisces, is this focused? Okay. Try really hard not to spiral, Pisces. The Three of Swords is about sorrow, anguish, sadness. Don't go there. Don't let yourself go there, especially because I think we allow ourselves to feel these emotions when we feel defeated. So whenever I see this card in the position of like what to avoid or what you need to stop doing or focusing your energy on, I see it as, hey, you don't need to cry because everything's going to be fine. You know, that's how I've learned this card communicates over the years in that position. It's like, don't lean into why aren't things working out? No, things are working out. You just need to be patient. Where to embrace? I'm like, what is this? What to embrace is the Ace of Cups, something new. Ace of Cups is new beginnings, fresh starts. Usually new emotions as well. A new emotional experience is usually what it points to. This often does point to new relationships in case a new relationship is budding in your life, but it can also represent just having a new experience in general, of just pursuing a fresh emotional start. Where to find support? We do have your card, the Moon, which represents Pisces, of course. So trust your intuition. Let it guide you. Things are not going to be clear this month, unfortunately. They're just not. But your intuition as a Pisces is very strong. And even as a Pisces, it's possible for you to feel disconnected to, what's right for you, what the right path is. Give yourself moments to sit in silence and just kind of journal, do a brain dump. That's something I've actually been trying to do more of lately. I need brain dumps, and I think I might want to make a journal specifically for that, because I find myself of like, I just need to get all this out of my head and I want to come back to it, and allow yourself to do that so that you can gain some clarity, right? Because I find myself easily like kind of feeling like, okay, but what am I going to focus on? And I just have all it on my head. But once I can get it down, I'm like, all right, now that that's out of my head, this needs my attention first, so allow yourself to do that. And then also that will help you with your intuition of feel like once you have it all in front of you, right? I hope that's helpful advice. Then we've got the Temperance here in terms of advice and encouragement. You are going to find the right blend. The Temperance represents alchemy. The Temperance represents Sagittarius. It represents patience and compromise and moderation. I really think this is more about patience, though, for your advancement, for your flight, for your next level. It's not that it's not happening. It's happening. You just need to be patient. But you are going to find the right solution, is what I see. Let's clarify the Fool. What is your new journey? What is your new experience for May? Okay, so we have, that's not helpful yet. We've got concern and imprisonment. You're feeling stuck in a situation. Clarify the theme of the month, the Fool, for Pisces, please. Community. Finding a new community. Okay. Main female. It's about you having a new journey, a new experience for yourself, perhaps, or maybe this is in connection to an important female in your life that you're having a new journey or a new experience with. Let's see what comes out of tarot. Clarify the Fool for Pisces, theme of the month. Okay, 10 of Cups just flipped over, but I flipped out with a lot of the cards, so. Page of Wands, exploration, freedom, seeing what's out there. Pisces, you're ready to get out of the house, especially now that it's getting warmer if you live in the northern hemisphere of the world, or in the, where am I? I'm just horrible with geography. I think we're in the Western Hemisphere in North America, right? Somebody please correct me below if I'm wrong. Anyway, you're ready for a new experience. You're ready to journey and you're ready to get outside. You're ready to see, you're ready to have a new experience in its totality, Pisces. I think you've decided where you're at is not it and you just want to trade it in for a completely new life upgrade. Clarify what needs to end, please, for Pisces. I think the Ten of Swords. No. All right, we've got King of Swords and Five of Swords. So winning at all costs. And King of Swords does represent air sign energy, air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but also using your wisdom. I don't really see this as what needs to end. Maybe you need to end a conflict. That's possible with an air sign. But I see this more as you just deciding, you know what, I'm not standing for this and I'm going to get shit done. You see like the fierceness and energy that he has with this King of Swords. He's like, no, I'm not standing for this. I will be on top. Oh, this is the Five of Wands. But you see, they have the sword. They have swords, so it's very confusing. Anyway, Five of Wands is competition. And it's kind of like wanting to prove yourself. But still the energy of the King of Swords remains of like, nah, I'm not standing for this. I'm not going to get stomped out. I'm going to fight for my shit. I'm going to prove myself. There's an energy here of putting something to bed, but you coming out the victor. There's an energy here of you not being defeated in whatever ending you need to pursue. I hope that's making sense for you. Clarify Two of Wands, Two of Swords for Pisces, major accomplishment. Magician, we got to tune into our creatrix energy, okay? Pisces, you can do this. With the Temperance, you can mix the right ingredients to create the ideal scenario. You just got to lock in, honey. Lock in. You're making a decision. Look, the Fool's here again. You're making a decision by the end of May that you will have manifested. You would have felt like, you know what, by the end of May, it seems like you're going words. It seems as though you will be in a position where you are worried that you have to make a decision that you don't want to make out of delays and time and all that. But I actually think you'll be able to manifest the ideal outcome that you want. You're not going to have to settle, basically, is what I sense and feel. Especially now with the Ace of Cups. Where's that Ace of Cups coming in? You're receiving help. You're receiving financial assistance to get this new emotional experience. You're receiving help and support. You might feel frustrated by the delays this month, but everything is coming together for you, Pisces. It really is. All right, I'm going to pause here so that I can clear this, and let's move on to your love and relationships. Okay, so as per usual, this is for people who are single and dating or in committed relationships. If you are single with no prospects, get yourself out there, make yourself an energetic match to the ideal person you are trying to attract. Focus on the positive. Don't focus on what's not working or, there's piss in the dating pool, whatever. Focus on and attract and align yourself to your ideal reality with your love life. That's my advice. But listen anyway. Maybe something I say might be helpful to you. Pisces, it feels like you're going into a relationship with good intentions, but it seems like it's really, really difficult to make progress with your person if you're in a committed relationship. If you're not in a committed relationship, it seems like you are making the choice to it seems like you're choosing somebody. You're like, okay, I think I want to move things forward with you, but then all of a sudden they flip the script on you, which is really frustrating. There is another message coming through here. I feel that if you are in a partnership that I think it's your partner, to be honest. Either you or your partner may be experiencing some sort of grief of like a coworker or someone they used to work with or do business with, and that's like affecting them this month. Or it could even be the fact that they are being fired and that's affecting the relationship, I think. Because money is an issue this month in your relationship. I feel like I said that to you a couple months ago, that money is a problem in your relationship right now. Let's get into this. What to expect. The Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups reverse. Queen of Cups does represent the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Seven of Cups here typically is about options, fantasizing, and seeing what you want, trying to make a choice. But with it being reversed, it typically represents making a choice. And I do feel like you're content with it. It feels like, you know what, I'm going to go forward with this and this is going to be good. Maybe you and your partner are finally making a choice. Maybe you're looking at, you and your partner are finally deciding, okay, we think we like this house versus that house, and that's the one we're going to go with. Or, you know what, I think this job is the better one, the better fit. Like, let's go ahead and make the move. Or I think this retail location is the better location. Whatever, I don't know. There's a choice being made. Maybe you've got kids, you're helping your kids make a choice on college, right? There's a decision that's being made that I think you're satisfied with personally in May. That's what you're expecting, or you're at least working towards making a decision. The unexpected here is the Five of Cups and the Three of Pentacles reverse. The Five of Cups is about grief, sadness, loss, sometimes depression and isolation. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, collaboration, working together, putting your heads together. When it's reversed, it can indicate like you're not working as a team. Maybe that's a frustrating experience unexpectedly this month of just kind of feeling like you and your person are not able to communicate well, or maybe you realize you don't want the same things, you don't have the same vision. But there is a message here that I felt like, okay, are one of your is you or your person losing their their coworker or somebody close to them? It feels like there's unexpected grief this month. I mean that literally, like unexpected grieving that happens within this relationship this month, whether that's grieving the relationship itself or you or your partner are grieving. But I also feel like there's another message here of like unexpected grief, of like good grief. Why can't we just seem to get along kind of energy? I do want to address one of the cards I have here, Heart to Heart Conversations. There is going to be a need to like really have a moment and just kind of like have a come to Jesus moment with your partner. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I'm going to come back and read the guidebook message for it, but let's keep going. Theme of the month, we have Seven of Swords, which does represent strategy, but as you can see, it can represent somebody being sneaky or deceitful. We have the Eight of Wands reversed, which is typically about things moving quickly and getting carried away and infatuation. You see how she's grabbing and pulling him along, whoever that is, the hand. When it's reversed, it's a slowdown. Things are not moving forward. It's next to the Five of Pentacles, which typically represents feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling unsupported, which is next to the King of Pentacles reversed, which is typically about security and stability, does represent the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. When it's reversed, there's a feeling of instability. It's next to the Queen of Wands, which typically does represent the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When she's reversed, she is not really feeling her spunky self. She's kind of lost her spark a little bit. She's losing her confidence. You may feel that way, like maybe you don't feel it, you're feeling like you're losing your confidence within a relationship or within your love life. And then we have it next to the Star reversed, okay, which does represent the sign of Aquarius. Typically, it's about hope, faith, rejuvenation, and restoration. When it's reversed, you are very much losing hope and you just don't know what to do. Now, I do have the soulmate card here. I'm going to be honest. I have the soulmate card here. Yes, this is your soulmate, but I don't think things are going well in your love life right now, especially if you're in a committed relationship. I do not think things are going well. I think you're trying, but I think you're at the point where like, I don't know if this is something I can keep hoping and praying for to work. Now, maybe that's just how you feel this month, because I really want you to, I understand the responsibility of, that I have in these readings. I don't want you to come here and just think that I'm telling you every month to leave your person. But I am saying that it feels like, particularly in the month of May, you will be losing faith in this relationship. Is it definitely over? That's not clear, especially because we have the soulmate and heart-to-heart cards here. But I do think this relationship is suffering. Maybe you're dealing with infidelity, either you have or your partner, with the Seven of Swords here, that one of you are trying to work past or get through. Three of Pentacles sometimes can indicate a third party, like maybe there's a third party involved in this relationship. It seems that they will be removed this month, especially if you find out about your partner's infidelity. But still, now you have to deal with healing from that. I think this is a really trying month for your love life. I'm really not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not really convinced that it's over, but I do feel that you will be struggling through this connection. My advice to you would be to refocus on yourself. Refocus on yourself. And when you're able to focus on you, you attract a certain level of loving energy and vibration to you. So if you know this relationship is not moving forward how you want it to, the right next course of action is to focus back on yourself. What are you eating? How are you treating yourself? How are you working out? How are you loving yourself? What are you doing for yourself to advance and move forward? What are the things that you're doing for yourself to bring you joy? To tap you out of that vibration of whatever you're experiencing from this person. Okay. I want to read the heart-to-heart card. Heart-to-heart conversation. Jesus. Your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication, according to the romance angels. You've been harboring emotions that are masking your feelings of love. There's still time to heal the situation, however. It will require effort on your part. You may need to initiate an uncomfortable discussion and risk upsetting your partner. In the end, though, this is a necessary move to ensure the health of your relationship. If necessary, schedule an appointment with a counselor to facilitate the discussion. This professional can steer the conversation away from blame and toward resolution. You can also gain support from free groups online. I'm not going to list them here. Whether you communicate with your partner alone or with a neutral third party, your heart-to-heart discussions will result in personal growth. Remember that you can't control another's reactions. You can only be honest about how you feel and know what you will and won't accept in a relationship. By sharing your feelings, you stand a much better chance of teaching your partner about your needs instead of suffering silently. Yeah. Let's get a card from the Healing Heart. Journey. You know, in my head, I was like, I know Pisces is wondering right now, well, bitch, should I leave them or not? And I started to say, I'm not going to answer that question because I want you to be able to make a decision that's right for you, or if you'd like, book a session with me, because everybody's situation is going to be different. So I am reluctant to say, move on when I don't know your specific situation. But I said, let's get a card from the Healing Heart Journey. And of course, Journey comes out, which is basically the same as the Fool. New journey, new beginning, theme of the month. And so we have kicked them to the curb. And I can't read backwards. So take a new direction, walk away if you need to. I'm going to let that be whatever it needs to mean to you. I'm not going to overinterpret that. I'm going to let you do with that with you what you will, okay? You can decide whether or not that means nothing to you or whether that was the message you needed. All right? Everyone's relationship is different. Their love life is different. So be easy with yourself, be gentle with yourself. And you don't have to decide today. Okay. All right. I'm going to clear this and we'll move on to your career and finances. All right, Pisces. Here we go. I'm looking at these cards, but no intuitive hits are immediately coming to mind, so I'm just going to jump in. All right, so what to expect in your career and finances, we have the Five of Wands here again. It was here to clarify key goal to pursue, remember? And the Seven of Pentacles reverse. Here we have a message of impatience again and the message of competition again. It seems like you're wanting to prove yourself, to win, to achieve a goal, but there's a real message of impatience here of like, you know, this could be wanting to win the bid for a house. This could be wanting to secure a promotion and like waiting to see, okay, are you going to get it or not? This could be a lot of things, right? But you are frustrated that you're not hearing back as soon as you need to or want to. And it's not for you lack of trying. You are trying to prove yourself, to get noticed, to get seen, to get heard. Okay, the unexpected here is Temperance reverse. Second time we have Temperance out. It was in your message to clarify, not to clarify, it was the card for advice and encouragement. And the Nine of Pentacles. So we have Nine of Pentacles, which is about financial independence, luxury, and abundance. And the Temperance does represent middle path, compromise, moderation, balance, and alchemy. With it being reversed here, it also represents Sagittarius, in case a Sagittarius is important to you. The Nine of Pentacles here next to this, there feels like, again, unexpectedly well, first thing I heard was like, in a way, maybe impatience is helping you because it's forcing you to be a little bit more tenacious than you normally would be, maybe. That's the first thing that came through. The other thing that came through was you deciding to not compromise and do something on your own. Finding your own way instead of waiting for someone else. Making a decision to do something the way you want to do it. But the Nine of Pentacles would suggest that you would have gathered the resources to do something your own way. You're not reliant upon having to compromise or work with somebody else unexpectedly in the month of May. All right, what's coming up for you? Nine of Wands. We have what's coming up and then also theme of the month. Just listen. Nine of Wands is about typically resilience and pushing forward and not giving up. When it's reversed, you're at the end of your rope. You're just like, I don't know that I have it in me. You will make it through though, Pisces. 10 of Wands, you can make it through. You've got to do this. You've got to get through this. The World reverse, you're so close. Typically the World is about major accomplishment and achievement. But with it being reversed, I just see this of like needing to tie up the last few ends before you can achieve a really important goal of yours or a wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups here. This for me is confirmation that you will. We do have Four of Cups here, so it may not come exactly as you want. Be really cognizant to be to be grateful for you getting the blessing that you want, even if it doesn't come exactly how you want it to. You see how she's not paying attention to how she's touching that magical cup right there that's being offered to her. Look at the beauty in life. Don't look at the glass half empty. Look at it half full. And then we do have the Tower reverse. I'm actually seeing this as disaster avoided. Okay. The Tower is typically upheaval, massive change, sudden upheaval, whatever. When it's reversed, it typically represents either disaster avoided or sometimes a personal transformation. I don't know that you're going through a personal transformation. I mean, you probably are, but that doesn't, it feels like more circumstantial change, okay? The cards that came out here for you were reconsider a decision. So just let that be in the back of your mind. And I would say if you're like, well, what the fuck is that? What decision? If there's a decision that you're already on the fence about, it's likely that one. We have revision. Ooh. Your expectations in the future are unrealistic and need revision. Perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan and need more careful thought. You could be setting yourself up for failure if you don't set realistic financial goals. We also have the unexpected here, which is similar to the Tower. Prepare for unexpected financial loss. I rebuke that, so we're not receiving that. This financial crisis may be out of your control, but you can still control the outcome. Whenever I see this, that's usually the message I take for it. It's like, okay, there's going to be a hiccup, but I'm going to be able to get through it because I know it's coming. Deal with things head on and try to prepare for the unexpected before it happens. And then lastly, we have the Office. Maybe you're going back to work. Maybe you're getting a new job in an office setting. Maybe you're having to work with people in an office in some capacity. Think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. Consider careers in administrative or management roles. Manage your time better and or delegate tasks to be more productive. So yeah. I don't really see, I mean, you could have a new job because remember what to embrace, we had the Ace of Cups. It's a possibility that you could get a new job, but I don't think that's it. I either think, Pisces, you're either deciding to make a break and do something on your own administratively, or perhaps you are flourishing in some office setting. But the Nine of Pentacles typically represents financial independence as well as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you can achieve financial independence while working with a company. That's true. So either reality could be true for you. What I mean is that you don't necessarily have to be a business owner to receive the Nine of Pentacles. In short, Pisces, I think you're getting what you want. It's hard. This month is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. This month is difficult. Will you get through? Yes. Will it have whooped your ass? Yes. But I think you'll be happy to just make it through this month. There are some months that are just like that. I'm not going to lie to you, Pisces. I'm really not. I'll share a story with you back in... I'm going to be so for real, but y'all know me. I'm very honest, very, very honest and real and transparent. What is it? Honest, open, and transparent. So back in May of 2024 was just a wash. I don't think anybody had a good time. When I quit my job at the end of 2023, I expected to be able to find a remote job fairly quickly. That didn't happen. I think that has a lot to do with my energy at the time. I didn't want to be looking for jobs to begin with after having worked for myself for a while. And on top of the market just being difficult and me just wanting to focus back on my business. So it was a trifecta of things. Despite me really trying hard to get a job, I didn't get a job. And at that time, I focused back on my TikTok, and my TikTok popped off and I was able to focus back on my business. However, I was in Georgia, and so I was still paying for my apartment in Jersey while I was there, but I wasn't making enough money to really maintain all of my bills. So when I finally went back home to Jersey, I had to hustle up so much money to keep my apartment because I was renting, and on top of just catch up a lot of other bills. Like I had to get up a massive amount of money in a short amount of time. And I remember telling my sister, because this was May of 2024, I was like, I'm just trying to get through May. And I just remember just telling her, I spoke to her almost every day, and I was like, I cannot think of anything beyond this month. I cannot. Like, all I'm trying to do is just get through May. I can worry about the rest of the year once I get through May. And I kind of feel like that's where you are right now, Pisces. You're just trying to get through your May. You're just trying to get through May because right now, nothing else is really important. Your relationship is feeling like it's on the rocks. Your finances are kind of in a state of upheaval. And I think you're just trying to maintain your control, and you're really at your wit's end. You're really just like, I want to punch everybody in the face, but it's going to all work out. I need you to just trust me on this. It's going to come together. There's just a few more loose ends you need to tie up. You got this. You are in control. Don't let people get the best of you. Your efforts are not going to waste despite whatever delays you're experiencing. And just reaffirm that. Even if your 3D reality doesn't match that right now, Pisces, just reaffirm, you know what, it's all working out for me. I don't see it yet, but I know it's all coming together for me. And even if, if things don't work out the way that I want, I'm going to be good either way. Okay, I know this reading was a little vague, but I hope it was helpful. All right, let's talk about your oracle cards. I got these in between your monthly forecast and your love reading because I forgot to pick them. We got 2 cards. We got Sandpiper Spirit, which is be playful, which I'm going to be so for real. I don't really see you having much fun this month. I really don't. We got 2 cards though. I think this is more of a message of like, find some time this month to be playful and have fun where you can, to just kind of bring a little bit of joy into your life this month. But I don't really think that's the vibe of May. We have right behind that Fox Spirit, think on your feet. It's reversed. This feels a little bit more like the message for you this month. It's reversed for you. So let's go ahead and read that 27. Interesting. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. Being dishonest with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. Fox Spirit calls you to be attuned to what is happening within you and around you so that your quick thinking and creativity can lead you to better relationships and situations. You are called to use your Fox Spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want. Or perhaps right now you are realizing that a situation is trickier than it appears on the surface, and you are afraid to make a move in case it turns out to be a mistake. Fox Spirit is here to remind you that when you are in alignment with the Great Spirit, the answers and solutions come quickly and you can trust them. Don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. Fox Spirit's creative nature will always be there to guide you and help you move quickly into better circumstances. I think that applies to more ways than one in your life, Pisces, right now. I think this applies in your relationship, especially with that heart-to-heart conversations card, needing to kind of get real with somebody in your life and have a real honest conversation. I think this is also about getting in alignment with what you want in your career and finances. And I really just feel like the overall energy of your card, like I really feel like I've been where you are, Pisces. And because it almost feels like you're a little bit in survival mode, to be honest. And when you're in survival mode, the stakes are so high. They're so high. So I really get it. But what I know now, and I know it's always easier to say what you would have done now that you're out of or whatever, but what I would have done and what I do even now to this day, if I find myself feeling like, okay, things are not coming together how I want, and I find myself wanting to slip back into survival mode, I don't even claim survival mode anymore, to be honest with you. I really don't, because I had to learn and realize that when I perpetuate and feed the fire of survival mode, and survival mode looks like, well, I'm just trying to do what I need to do to get my money up, and I'm just trying to do what I need to do to just get my house and keep my home, and I'm just trying to do what I need to do to keep my car and make sure I can pay my insurance, and I'm just trying to do what I need to do. I'm just trying to hustle. I'm just trying to stay, I'm just trying to, I needed to get rid of that from my vocabulary. I'm just trying to, get this rent paid, and I'm just trying to do this. I really had to let that go because that wasn't helping me. And I understand the stakes are high because you're like, but Whitney, I have real shit that needs to get handled and real shit that I need to do and real decisions that need to be made because it affects, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got parents that you're helping out or whatever. It affects more than just you, right? When you are able to detach from all of it and trust, number one, that you're always going to be held and taken care of. Oh, God has always got you. And really able to tune into, first of all, what the fuck do I want? What do I want right now? And you're able to align to it because truthfully, I would have loved to move. When I was telling you my May of 2024, I would have loved to move. But I knew I was not in position to move somewhere that I wanted to. So I decided to get all the money up to stay in my current apartment. And it wasn't until October where I was in a better position to be able to finally move. So I'm saying that to say, of like you just trying to get through your May, we have to make these decisions sometimes. We have to decide to stay in a situation that will benefit us for the long term. But you've got to take out the heightened emotions of it. And again, I know that's real because the stakes are high and it's overwhelming and you feel like there's no support and you don't know what you're going to do. You've got to just, the best thing you can do for yourself is stop paying attention to what's not working. And you need to get into alignment with the version of yourself that everything is working for that bitch. Everything is working for her. People just come to her aid. People just do things for her without asking. She's lucky as fuck. She's beautiful as fuck. She's funny as fuck. She's successful as fuck. Get whatever you need to do to tap into that version of yourself. Go ahead and lock the fuck in. Because that version of yourself is constantly affirming, oh my God, I'm so grateful that things are so beautiful for me. I'm so grateful to have wonderful friendships and a great relationship and a great partner, and things are just always working well. She has done it. She has cracked the code. She has brainwashed herself to believing that her dream life is real, and so it is. And that's what I need you to do, because I feel like that's where you are, Pisces. You're in a state of survival. You're not sure if things are coming together. As your psychic, I am telling you that things are going to come together, but it's going to be emotionally uncomfortable. You've got to, I don't even think it's just emotionally. I think overall it's uncomfortable, physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausting this month. I'm not going to lie to you. But you need to get real about what you want. And then once you realize what you want, affirm it. So let's say you need a new car. Let's say your car got totaled and you only had liability insurance, and now you don't know what you're going to do because you can't get to work, you can't bring your kids to school. I don't know what your situation is, but let's just say. You know what you fucking do? You ignore that goddamn 3D reality because you're probably like, I don't have enough money to put a deposit on a car. I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I going to have to, I think if I were you, I'd be like, oh my God, am I going to have to start driving Uber? Because then with Uber, you could lease a car, but then you have to drive Uber to pay for the lease and also make money. Girl, I would be stressed. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to, oh my God, look at my new car. I love it. It's so beautiful. I can't believe I really manifested this. I can't believe I really got this. I can't believe that I'm really driving this car right now. It's even better than my last one. I can't believe that person came out of nowhere and sold me a car for exactly the amount of money I had in my bank. And oh my gosh, look how I was just gifted this wonderful car for free. And I can't believe my boss really doesn't need this car anymore. I don't know. Just whatever. And maybe even, I can't believe, maybe even take that out. I'm so happy that I got this card. I know I'm always highly favored. God is always on my side. I'm just so excited. Imagine yourself driving the car. I don't care if you're taking public transportation to where you got to go for work right now. Imagine that you're in your new car. You're in a new car, a new vehicle, a new whip. It smells beautiful. It smells delightful. What color is it? You know, really take yourself there. Start buying shit for your new car. Start buying air fresheners. Start looking up, go on Pinterest and shit and look at different car interiors. Start putting random shit for your car accessories in your Amazon cart, because you already have the car. You already have the car. Do you have a trash can for your car? I have a little trash can that goes behind my head seat, and I use that. What does yours look like? You know, do you have little cup holders for little decal things for your cup? I don't know. Your cup holder. What does your coffee mug, travel mug look like for your car? You know, what is that one? Do you have little charms that hang off the window mirror? I'm like, what the fuck is that? The rear view mirror. You know, do you need to get the weather tech, mats? You know, I don't know where you live. Maybe you live somewhere where it's really, the weather is harsh, so you need some good mats. You know, get into the vibration of like expecting the car. You expect the car. You're like, I don't know how, but I'm getting a car. You're shopping around for insurance plans, bitch. That's something I would do. I actually would do that. Maybe you are, do y'all know, I don't know if you've never watch. If you haven't, I would implore you to go watch it. My moving in faith journey. I documented it on purpose because I had no idea how I was going to get into this townhouse, but I knew I was going to get into this townhouse. When I tell you, I booked the movers before I even sent an application for this townhouse. I'm so serious. I called 2 different moving companies and I paid for a deposit for both of them because I was like, if I need to change the date of when I actually need to move, I want to have an option just in case. And so I was like, yeah, I'll be moving to this address on this date. I gave them my anticipated date. I still never applied. But in my head, I'm like, worst case scenario, I'm out $150 because one place needed a $50 deposit. One place needed a $100 deposit. And I was like, worst case scenario, and the one place, which was Piece of Cake, they would refund your deposit if you let them know within a certain amount of time. So I was willing to lose $150. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put the deposits for my moving companies, and I don't know if I'm going to get it, but whatever. Sometimes just doing things in faith. So like I said, like if you need a car, call up Progressive, call up Geico, call up State Farm, compare the quotes on the type of car that you expect to get. They don't know that you don't have the car yet, and it's not their business, because I don't think you need to know the VIN number unless you're actually moving forward with a policy. But tell them, I'm just getting quotes. I'm anticipating buying a Chevrolet 2026. I don't fucking know. And I'm comparing rates right now because I want to know how much my insurance would be before I buy it. I'm sure people do that. Start getting quotes. Make it real for yourself. Instead of living in the space of, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get a car. And I can't handle it. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't know how I'm going to get this money. And I just hope and pray somebody helps. It's already done. So get into alignment. The how is not your problem. The how you get the car is not your problem. Your job is to prepare. Where's the card? The financial crisis may be out of your control, but you can still control the outcome. Deal with things head on and try to prepare for the unexpected before it happens. You can still get this together. Oh shit, I done totaled my car. You know what? I know a new one is coming to me. Let me go ahead and look up, what my interior is going to look like. I want to get seat covers for it. I want it to be leather. Start looking at like, oh, I think I really might want this. I'm doing that with this townhouse. You know how much DIY videos I've been watching, and I haven't done a single thing to this townhouse yet, but I'm preparing. I'm like, oh yes, I think I like that idea, and I think I like how they did that room, and I think I like these nightstands. I'm preparing because the version of myself that has already tricked this townhouse the fuck out has already done that. She's already prepared and watched all the videos and saved all the things in the cart. I hope, and that's my spiel, Pisces, for law of attraction. If you're not into law of attraction, that's cool if that's your vibe, not your vibe, but you're really missing out on an opportunity to really change your life when you can change your mindset and control your thoughts. Okay, I think I'm done with my tangent, Pisces. I'm sorry. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray right now that the Pisces listening to this video right now, that you send them angels, that you remind them that you're with them and that you are always helping them and giving them all the things that they need, Lord, to be safe, to be protected, to be well fed, and protecting their children if they have any, protecting their relationships if they're in any, platonic, business, or romantic or otherwise, and that you just remind them of your presence in their life, Lord, and that you just let them know that they're not alone, that you are with them. And we just thank you for that in advance, for allowing them to move through this difficult month with grace, with ease, to the point where at the end of May, people say to Pisces, I don't even know how you made it out that situation. I'm so proud of you. I don't even know how you did that. Look at what you've accomplished. People are in awe of their power, and they know it was because of you, Lord. And we just thank you in advance for that. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Y'all know I'm a Christian spiritualist over here. So if y'all rebuke that prayer, that's on you. But y'all know, don't say a bitch didn't pray for you. Don't say a bitch didn't pray for you. I love you so much. Let me know how this month goes. I'm rooting for you, Pisces. Bye.